Hi everyone, it's me, and so this is not my questions video, even though I told in my last video that this one was going to be my questions video, but it's not. But I'm working on getting that done, so it'll be done in like probably 2 weeks, yeah, could be. And also, I dyed my hair, and it's so pretty. I like it. It's like all whitish, but I have to dye it again, with just the roots of it, because it's like all yellow and gross, and my hair's just not having it. It's like all dry and gross. And like the most horrible thing that happened to me is I went to Sally's, and I bought this dye, okay, and I thought it was just like the straight blonde dye, you know, but it was clear. The dye was clear. Who the fuck makes dye that's clear and it just makes your hair shine? I put that in my hair and I thought that it was like the blonde. So I was sitting there like 40 minutes later after my sister put it in, and I was just like, is it changing color? She just goes, no. And I was sitting looking at the box more, and I'm just like, oh, I did not read the fine print. This is clear dye and it's supposed to make your hair shine. I was pissed. But luckily I went to Hot Topic like right before I went to Sally's, and I bought the dye that I used, and I was like, no, it's like this, and I'm like, yay. But moving on to like the main point of why I'm making this video. I'm making it because I'm talking about video games. Not really. Well, yeah, actually. But basically the whole point of making this is because I'm gonna send this video to this guy on Vampire Freaks that I hate so much because he's so dumb. I've gotten to like a 2-hour argument with this guy last night because he did not know what a Nintendo 64 was and a Super Nintendo. And he thinks that he's like the God-knowing game dude, but he didn't know what the Super Nintendo and the Nintendo 64 is. That's like, those are like the best game systems ever, aside of Sega, okay? And he's like, no. And he's like, no, they're the same thing, blah, blah. And I'm like, one's newer and one's kind of, you know, square and gray, you know, and they take 2 different games. One's like this and one's like this. But, no, he clearly thinks he knows everything, but he really doesn't. So, basically, I don't even know what I have to say to this guy, except what he said. I've already called him a dumb motherfucker, because he's really stupid. I mean, who doesn't know who Kirby is? Like, Kirby's Dream Course, who doesn't know who that cute little blob thing was? I wish I had a Kirby thing. Like, the only thing I have is a fluffy kitty and a fluffy lamb. I wish I had a fluffy Kirby, but I don't. And this guy, he's just like, oh, he's like, whatever, man. He's like, you don't know nothing, you know? And I'm just like, well, obviously I know something. I mean, we have, like, almost every game system known to man in this house. Like, cause we have an Atari, we have Sega, we have Super Nintendo, the Nintendo 64, a PlayStation 2, and not a PlayStation 3 because I was awesome and bought, and an Xbox, and a GameCube, and a Wii. I don't know if there's any other game systems out there, and if there is, we don't have them. But we have like almost all of them, and almost all of them work, I think. I don't think the PlayStation one works with the GameCube. I don't know. But like, we have like all those, and this guy's like, oh, you clearly don't know anything, but you know, they're only like sitting in my living room right now. I mean, whatever. And this guy, he's like, so dumb. And then you know me, he's like, oh, he's like, whatever, man. I'm just like, when I was little, like when little girls were like outside and like learning how to ride their tricycles with the little training wheels, I was in the living room playing Super Nintendo. I was then playing Soul Blazer. And he goes, no, man. He's like, aren't you supposed to be like all, what does he say, like distracted by fluffy ponies or fluffy kitties? Since when is a little plastic toy, like the My Little Ponies, when are those things fucking fluffy? They've never been fluffy, okay? So, I don't know, we should get like a horse, and I don't own a fluffy horse. Actually, no, I don't own a fluffy horse. I have a little Beanie Baby zebra, that's it. But yeah, I've never been distracted by a fluffy little pony or a fluffy kitty. Unless it was a real kitty, then yeah, I was distracted. But no, I was like all about games when I was little, because I grew up around him. And he's just like, no, you clearly weren't. And then he told me that I was a retard. Because the only reason I bought my PlayStation 3 is because I wanted it for Netflix and I wanted it for Call of Duty Black Ops. That's the only reason I bought my PlayStation 3 is because of those 2 things. So, I don't think I'm a retard. I don't mind spending, you know, as much as I spent on it. I spent a lot of money on it. I spent like $210 on it, but then it also came like, well, actually it came up to like $250 because I got the 2-year warranty on it. But then it came with like Harry Potter or something like that. It was a horrible thing. Like, I would have spent like the extra $20 just to get it without the Harry Potter, but they didn't have any. But it was horrible. I got like a 3D, what was it, like a Blu-ray 3D Harry Potter movie. It's like the Deathly Hallows Part 2. I don't know. I didn't want it, so I told my sister to sell it because I don't care for it. Nobody in this house likes Harry Potter. And the only one that likes Harry Potter in my family is my sister Heaven. She already owns all of them. She's just like, no, I don't want it. I'm like, whatever, man. Whatever, man. You could have had a 3D movie, man. I mean, it's Harry Potter, which is not very good, but it's 3D. And she's just like, no, we're fine. We're fine, you know. You don't need it. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. But, yeah, if it was a game, it'd be so much easier, because then I'd take it to GameStop and just be like, dude, I'll trade you this for Black Ops. But no, it had to be a fucking movie. So I was pissed. So now I have to save up like $70 for Black Ops, because that's how much it is new here. Which is really, really expensive. Really expensive. But I'm happy with the decision I made. But whatever, back on that, like, the one on topic thing. Okay, I don't have any game things around me because I don't know where they are exactly in the living room. My little brother, like, he thinks everything's his, so he kind of just, like, sticks it in this little area and then shoves it under something. But yeah, I just don't know. But this dude, he's, like, really fucking stupid. His name's, like, I don't have it up on my computer. My computer's off. But it's like SRCG1846 at Vampire Freaks. And it's like, I'm going to tell everybody to spam you because you're clearly new to this whole thing called life. And you're very, very new to this thing called video games. Because everybody knows what a PlayStation is. And Atari and Sega and Nintendo 64 and a Super Nintendo. And if you don't know what they are, don't be the dumb one and say you don't know who they are. Just Google them, because it's almost embarrassing if you say you don't know what a Super Nintendo is, because it's like the best game system ever to me. Probably not to everybody else, but it is to me. And I'll think you're like a complete fucking retard if you don't know what those are. So, yeah, I'm ending this now because I'll probably like keep ranting on forever, which is not very good. So, yeah, I'm still taking questions for my questions video. If you guys have any questions, you can just send them to my YouTube. We'll send them in a message on my YouTube, or you can send it to me on Facebook. And if you send them to me on my yearbook, send them in a message, not on a questions thingy. Otherwise, I'll just answer it on there. And if you can, on my tagged, and down in the description box is all the links to all those, so you can ask them. No perverted questions, no rate me's, no what I'd think of you if we were in bed together, none of that shit, because I won't answer it. I'll just overlook it and call you gay. But yeah, bye.